Leo and his older sister Mia thought their backyard was the most boring place on earth. That was until they looked up at the very top of the ancient oak tree and saw it, a little wooden treehouse they had never noticed before. "Race you to the top," shouted Mia. The treehouse was dusty and smelled of old wood and forgotten secrets. In the very center of the floor was a big, shiny brass lever with a single word carved into its base. "Up. Don't touch it," warned Leo. But Mia's curiosity was too strong. With a mighty heave, Mia pulled the lever. The treehouse didn't just shake, it rumbled. It creaked and groaned, and then, with a gentle lurch, it lifted right off its branch and floated into the air. "We're flying," yelled Leo, pressing his face against the window. Their house, their street, and their whole town looked like a tiny toy set below them. It was a little scary, but it was also the most exciting thing that had ever happened. Suddenly, their path was blocked by a large flock of very grumpy-looking geese. "Honk! Honk!" They honked, flapping their wings angrily. The treehouse wobbled. "They won't let us pass," cried Mia. Leo had an idea. He remembered his snack. "My crackers!" he shouted. He handed the bag to Mia. Working together, they tossed cracker crumbs out the window, leading the geese away in a different direction. They had done it. They flew higher until they reached a giant, fluffy cloud that felt like a bouncy pillow. On the cloud stood a kind old man with a beard made of mist. "I am the cloud shepherd," he said sadly, "and I've lost one of my little cloud sheep." Mia found an old brass telescope in a chest. While Leo held it steady, she scanned the skies. "There," she exclaimed. A tiny, fluffy cloud sheep was tangled in the string of a forgotten kite, looking scared. They flew the treehouse over to the little cloud sheep. Leo carefully steered using a small wheel they discovered, while Mia reached out the window and gently untangled the kite string. The little cloud sheep bounced happily and floated back to the shepherd. As the sky turned orange and pink, Leo and Mia flew their amazing treehouse back home. It landed perfectly in the old oak tree, just as if it had never left. They knew their backyard would never be boring again. This was only their first adventure.